Chris and Cash Show.
Chris and Cash podcast.
Thursday, July 26, 2018. We're coming at you from Salem. We're
Salem,
not in the
Massachusetts.
Yeah, we're not in the basement.
We're slightly upgraded from Lynn, the city of sin.
Dude, we're in the living room.
We're from the basement to the living room.
My basement's probably nicer than your living room, but that's beside the point.
Oh, this is the dining room anyways. No, we don't have the lights you have. That's true, those brand new lights.
You can't tell me that don't look good down there.
Those lights are good.
My parents were flipping out for a month. Like, look at this. It's a disgrace.
Scotty, you're fucking grounded. You're like, I own the house.
Like, you can't kick me out. No, but anyway, like, it got finished, and they were like, oh, yeah, it looks great. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I told you it was going to look great.
Yeah, it looked great. It did look great.
Anyway.
I'll give it to you.
You want to do your Brady tongue bath? Go ahead. I'm not going to stop you.
No. Look, full disclosure. I love Tom Brady. Everyone knows that.
Okay.
He thinks that you should
Hold on one moment.
go in. The fact that you haven't taken your heart medication since Monday is way too long. Yeah. You probably should have gone if you hadn't taken it.
All right, we had to pause it for a second. We
got sidetracked.
Yeah, but Brady Rodgers.
Talking about presidents. Actually, we kind of were a little bit. But Brady Rodgers.
Hey, JFK, how many horses did you smash today?
All of them. More than Wilt. I did read something
that'd be a good competition.
That Wilt number of 20,000 was definitely inflated. They said it was probably...
His own teammates said there's no way in hell you smashed 20,000 because, like, every time we went on the road, you went back to your room with nothing but a bag of McDonald's.
I forget, someone did say, like, there may have been an extra zero added in there. You know what I mean? Like, let's be realistic here. But,
I think it was definitely north of 5. I don't think it was 20.
I don't know, man. That's still a lot.
Will probably has, like, a Sean Kemp number of kids. I don't think he has, like...
No one has Sean Kemp number of kids, except for Antonio Cromartie.
He has, like, a kid in every section.
Antonio Cromartie?
Yeah.
Antonio Cromartie has, like, a kid every day. He was like, but I got a vasectomy. Didn't work, bud. Sorry. Realistically, though, talking about Brady Rodgers, I'm not just going to lick Brady's balls here.
Yeah, you are.
Probably.
Which is fine.
Let's just listen.
Go ahead.
I love Rodgers, too. And this is going to happen further on in the podcast when I have to basically bash Kevin McHale. And not bash him, but be realistic. I want to be realistic. I keep hearing all these arguments, whether it be Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp or Chris Carter and Nick Wright.
Oh, Skip Bayless adores Brady.
He loves Brady. And Nick Wright kind of likes Brady over Rodgers. But Chris Carter and Shannon Sharp and different people, they're like, oh, Rodgers can do this. Rodgers. I understand, look, Rodgers can do everything. Rodgers can lick Tom Brady's balls for me from where he is, at any arm angle. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I understand.
Any tongue angle.
Yeah, he has the best arm talent I've ever seen. Do you disagree there? I think Rodgers is the best, most talented quarterback ever. Most talented quarterback I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah.
He can run, he can pass, he can throw the ball, he can do those fucking crazy Hail Marys. By the way, those are still bullshit luck, let's be real. I understand that he throws it at a certain angle and stuff, and it works, and it's great, but...
Yeah, he's like a renowned astrophysicist when he throws the ball.
Yeah, he's like, man, never going to get this. Like, you know, he's incredible. There's a reason why Aaron Rodgers is my second favorite quarterback ever.
Behind who?
Tom Brady.
Oh, okay.
Okay? It's Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Brady used to be my favorite, and then he became Barb, and he's not my favorite anymore.
Tom Brady's the best.
If we're talking about, just in a quick aside, you're talking about Rodgers, the best passer that I ever saw, the best passer was Marino. My opinion.
Well, in that, Nick Wright had said, look, the only one that he saw that could pass like Rodgers is Marino, from any angle, and he throw all the time.
No one threw a more beautiful ball than Dan Marino.
And my issue isn't so much that I don't think Rodgers is infinitely awesome. It's that the only thing people try to argue with for Brady is that he can win, and he's a winner. But that's not the only argument. Like, I heard Chris Carter, well, Aaron Rodgers does a bunch of things better than Tom Brady, and Tom Brady doesn't do anything better than Aaron Rodgers except win. That's actually not true. It's not.
No.
And if we go through the numbers, and there was actually an article on ESPN the other day.
And we're gonna talk about the underachieving.
We'll talk about he's definitely underachieved.
See, I'm not sure if he has.
He has though. You could
do your stats first, and then we'll get to that.
You can defend him a little bit, okay?
No, hold on. I'm not saying. I just think it's unfair. Like, he's not like. Who really underachieved in his career?
Dan Marino.
Marino didn't have good teams, but that's beside the point. Like, look he won 2 Super Bowls, he went to 4. Peyton underachieved to a degree. Agree or disagree? Manning had infinitely better teams than Rodgers did. Infinitely better.
No
No question about it.
No, I'm going to disagree. Hold on. We talked about this earlier, off air, okay? And you told me, well, at least Manning made 4 Super Bowls, a bunch of championship games, and he won 2 Super Bowls.
He did.
All right? And I'm not trying to say Manning hasn't had better teams than Rodgers, but this narrative that, like, Rodgers has had, like, these shit-bum teams that, like, no one would
He's
ever
had
be able to
bad
win
defenses. He's had bad defenses.
with. Okay, and Tom Brady has bad defenses still make Super Bowls.
Did
We went over this earlier in the year.
He
with
didn't win
that
a Super
podcast.
Bowl with a bad one. He almost did.
Sure he did. The 2014 defense was mediocre at best.
That was a good day.
The 2001 defense was actually rated lower than the 2001 offense. I know they were good at, like, in the clutch kind of stuff. 2003, 2004, those defenses were phenomenal.
2001
Okay?
Pats had a physical ass D.
But their offense was actually rated better than their defense.
Because it was.
People don't think about that.
Do you know why? Brady didn't make mistakes.
Brady never makes mistakes.
He does once in a while.
Oh, everyone makes mistakes, Scotty. I'm
That
kidding.
night in 04.
I mean, he's only God's nephew. He's not God. Let's be real here. Even God makes mistakes. He's like,
That night in
why
Miami,
did I do that shit on
that
the
night in
fifth
Miami
day?
in 04 when you fell asleep? Fucked that game up, bro.
I know.
Fucked it up.
Thought he could throw from his ass because he did it once or twice earlier in the season. But my point is,
Should have drank the concussion water before.
everyone
the game.
sits here and they're like, "Oh, Tom Brady can't do anything better." Yeah, he can do things better in the field than Aaron Rodgers. Number one, he anticipates better. He's better pre-snap. He's better in the pocket.
He's the smartest quarterback I've ever seen.
Everyone makes it out that Aaron Rodgers, okay, is the best at avoiding interceptions in the world. I got news for you. If you want to break it down, since Aaron Rodgers has been a starter in the league,
Which is
past 10 years, 2008 to 2017, okay, which is a 10-year span. Everyone always goes, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers is the best at avoiding interceptions ever." Actually, interception percentage over the past 10 years, Tom Brady, 1.4%. Aaron Rodgers, 1.6%. Guess what? It stays at 1.4% if you were to add 2007, which is arguably Tom Brady's best season. But that gets taken out of here, doesn't it? Yes, it does. TD to interception ratio.
And there's no like, oh, Manning played in a dome factor here because they both play in the elements.
Right, they both play
Same.
outside in shit weather. Okay? And if we go by teammates, people are going to be, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers is no great team." Aaron Rodgers has had probably better offensive weapons his entire career than Brady has. I'm going to put that out there.
All right, I can't go there.
Rashae Caldwell,
That was 1 year.
Doug Gabriel,
That was 1 year.
take
Take 06 out of it. Brady
2013 out of it?
Brady played with good guys.
2013?
He had Gronk for a handful
He had
of
Dropson.
games. He had Edelman had a good year.
He had
that year.
Kenbrell Tompkins. Okay? He had Dobson.
Josh Boyce.
He had Josh Boyce. Come on, Scotty.
Okay, take those 2 years out of it.
Okay? You want to talk about Gronk? Gronk's been injured half his career. Let's just say that. Point blank. Danny Amendola,
When he
and
said-
I'm not pitching on
when he-
Danny Amendola.
when he
I
said-
told you Danny Playoffs is a baller.
Well, he's on the show.
But he is on that show, actually. He makes Danny Amendola awesome. He makes Chris Hogan, come on, a lacrosse player, look awesome, okay? I don't want to hear it. Tom Brady has not had phenomenal talent. He really hasn't.
He's played,
Aaron Rodgers-
he's played with good guys, though. You're making it seem
Aaron
like-
Rodgers has too, though. Oh, Greg Jennings is a good player. Is he not?
All right, well,
I would sit here and tell you,
okay.
average
Are
player.
you taking running backs or
pound.
just receivers?
Running backs, receivers, and
Okay,
tight ends.
well, all right, well, let's just break that down.
Jordy
Brady-
Nelson is better than almost every receiver Tom Brady's ever played with.
Better than Randy
probably
Moss?
Randy Moss.
Okay?
How long did he play with Randy Moss healthy? Oh, that's right, 2
1
years.
year.
No,
Oh,
2.
oh,
but one
9.
of them was the year where Brady came back.
I throw that out, 07.
Okay. So the only real year where he wasn't coming back from injury and that they played together was 07.
Has he or has he not had the best tight end of all time?
He has.
Okay.
What about some of
Corey-
his other tight ends early in his career?
Corey Dillon in 04.
Yeah.
Troy Brown in 01.
Whoa. What are most of his running backs?
Deion Branch and
Who was
David
that guy
Gibbons.
that made the cover of SI and then wasn't on the team no more?
Jonas Gray.
Oh, yeah. Look, Jonas Gray can run for 300 yards with the Patriots. Why? Because of Tom Brady, dude.
What about Deion Branch and David Gibbons? They were nothing?
They were okay.
You talk about
David Patton's a beast?
You talk about tight ends early in his career. Christian Fourier was a good player.
He was all right.
Danny Graham was a good player.
Danny Graham was a great
Benny
blocker.
Watson was all right.
Benny
Oh, Danny-
Watson's still in the league. Benny Watson's best years have been like the past few when he's been healthy, not like
Well, he's playing with Drew Brees in the dome.
been playing with different players. I get it. So, but we're gonna keep going through things. Rodgers' touchdown interception ratio in the past 10 years is 4.05. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone acts like Brady is like way behind in this. He's 3.93. And again, that takes 2007 out of it. If I were to add 2007 into it, which I wouldn't do because it's over the past 10 years, he'd be
And it's off the
4.16.
charts.
Well, not only that, but his touchdown interception ratio would be better than Rodgers'. Okay, the years that they've led the league in lowest interception percentage in the past 10 years. Okay, Rodgers has led the league twice in lowest interception percentage. Brady's led it 4 times. That's twice as often. Okay, the years with single digits interceptions in the past 10 years only. Brady 7, 6 if you only include years where he played 12 plus games. Okay, because 1 year he didn't play any games. He played part of one, 2008. Rodgers, single digits interceptions 8 times, but only 6 if you go to 12 plus games, because there's been 2 years where Rodgers missed about half the season. So obviously he's going to have fewer. And by the way, Tom Brady had a season where he threw 2 interceptions, another season where he threw 4. Aaron Rodgers has never been that low. Ever. His low was 5. And that was the year he didn't play a full season.
The year that he threw 2 interceptions, granted he missed 4 games, but if you give him those 4 games based on those numbers,
well, 3.
You're still it's another 36-4 like he had in 2010.
It'd be even better than that because he wasn't going to have.
I don't even know what I'm not doing the math in my head.
The math is he would have averaged.
No, 28 divided by 12 is 2 point something. So like call it 2.5 touchdowns for 4 more games. That's another 10 touchdowns. So it's basically. It's like 38 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Every 6 games he threw a pick that year.
Sure.
If he played 4 more games, there's a 2 out of 3 chance he's going to throw 1 more pick. So he either would have probably ended up with 2 or 3
I think
picks.
one of those picks was just like a Hail Mary at like the end of a half, wasn't it?
That was in 2007 and I think 2010. Yeah.
I was talking about 2016.
I don't remember.
And I'm not saying Matt Ryan didn't deserve the MVP that year, but I thought Brady should have got the MVP in 16 instead of last year.
Okay.
But that's something else.
Rating. People always say, because everyone thinks Rodgers is statistically dominant over Brady, okay? Rating. Rodgers led the league twice in rating in the past 10 years. Brady's led it once, but that also ignores his best rating season ever, which is 2007, or it'd be twice. Years where they had the rating over 100 in the past 10 years. Rodgers 6 times, Brady 5. But again, that ignores 2007, and he'd be 6 as well for his career. Years over 110. Rodgers has done it twice. Brady's done it twice in the past 10 years. That still ignores 2007, or Brady would be 3 times. Okay? QBR. Times that Rodgers has led the league in QBR in the past 10 years? Once. With 1 QBR season of plus 80 and 5 QBR seasons of plus 70. That includes the plus 80 one. Brady led the league once, 0 times with over 80, but 7 times over 70. And again, if you included 2007, he's led the league twice, had over 80 once, and would have been over 70 8 times.
Right.
And what is actually 10 real seasons, because he didn't play 2008. Okay? DR, which is a great advanced statistic to say how important and how valuable a quarterback is. This is going to shock people, because this is actually like the most advanced statistic you can say based on the defenses you play, how good you are comparatively, okay? 2017, Brady was the best quarterback in DR. Rodgers was 18th. Rodgers didn't play the whole year, I get it. 2016, Brady was 5th. Rodgers was 6th. 2015, Brady was 2nd. Rodgers was 17th. 2014, Brady was 6th. Rodgers was 2nd.
Rodgers was the MVP that year.
2013, Brady was 6th. Rodgers was 10th. 2012, Brady was 1st in the league. Rodgers was 4th. 2011, Brady was 3rd. Rodgers was 2nd.
Rodgers won the MVP that
2010,
year.
Brady was 1st.
MVP
Rodgers
that
was
year.
4th. 2009, which people don't realize how awesome Brady was this year, because he played the hardest defensive schedule any quarterback's actually ever faced.
29-13 off of knee surgery.
That was the hardest. I don't know if it still is, but at the time, that was the hardest.
29 touchdowns, 13 picks, I think.
I believe so. That was the hardest, or it might have been 28-13. I can't remember. That was the hardest defensive schedule against the pass any quarterback had played up to at that point, out of anybody. Okay? Advanced statistic-wise. Every team in our division that year had a great defense against the pass, and Brady still shredded them. Okay, Brady was 1st in 2009. Rodgers was 9th.
Bill, I know you're catching heat right now. You were still right for going for it on 4th and 2.
2008, obviously Rodgers didn't exist. I mean, Brady didn't exist. He didn't play. But Rodgers was 12th. If you take the average of all those numbers, okay, Brady averages at 2.9, or 3rd, if you average them all out. Rodgers averages at 8.4, or 8th plus, okay? Brady is significantly better in advanced statistics than Rodgers. So I'm sick of hearing people say, Rodgers is so talented, his stats are better, blah, 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 blah. People don't realize that Brady's stats, and I know that his volume stats obviously dwarf Rodgers because he played for so much longer. Correct?
Yeah, Rodgers will catch up.
Yeah, over time.
I'm not saying he'll pass him, but he'll catch up.
In the early 2000s and mid-2000s, before Rodgers was a quarterback, the rules were different. People threw more picks. The league was different, correct?
Oh, yeah.
2002 was a little bit different.
That Nate Clemens hit, Rodgers has never been hit like that.
No.
I'm talking about the one in Buffalo in 2001, where Brady definitely got concussed on that play, even though he got up and he was like clapping and shit.
I'm all right. That was a good hit, Nate, good hit. Bounced right up, though. He did bounce right up.
Well, they were Big Ten guys, Ohio State and Michigan, so there was a
So go do our rules. And I'm not shitting on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
In deference to Brady, you are.
In deference to reality, I am.
All right. Look at
And I'm not saying if Aaron Rodgers wins another Super Bowl or two, could he be up there for the GOAT? Sure. I mean, I think he'd at least need.
He's not at the table.
No, Aaron Rodgers.
You have a GOAT table for basketball. There's a GOAT table for quarterbacks. It's Brady. It's Montana. It's Peyton Manning. There's
maybe
your GOAT
like
table.
Otto Graham.
He might be.
Johnny Unitas.
Maybe Johnny U.
One of those guys. But the other thing is this.
They're still saying to Rodgers, "No, you ain't all right, Spider. Go get me."
Rodgers is go get me a. You ain't all right. Go get me a fucking drink. I thought you said you was all right, Spider. No,
Manning's,
you ain't all right, Spider.
Manning's like, "Go get me a fucking drink. Make it a Bud Light."
I thought you did.
Bud Light, the official beer.
You said you was all right, Rodgers. I am all right, Rodgers. No, you're not all right. What the fuck's the matter with you? This is where I'm coming to.
Brady's like, "Actually, could you get me a mineral water?"
Brady's like,
hydrate.
Brady's like, alkaline only. Avocado mineral water.
And then you got Joe Montana's like, "Give me a Coke." Oh, I mean a Pepsi.
Oh, my nose. Joe Namath's just in the background going, "I want to kiss you." Seriously though, if Rodgers
is he in the GOAT room?
Rodgers is in the GOAT room.
No,
but he's the Kobe.
Is Joe Willie in the GOAT room?
Joe Namath is outside with Pau Gasol.
I want to kiss you. Here's a question.
I mean, Joe Namath is a better quarterback.
Is Dan Marino banging on the door saying, "Let me in," or is he in the GOAT room? He's just in the corner because he didn't win a Super Bowl.
He's in the GOAT room, but he's not at the little kid table of the GOAT room. That will be like John Elway.
Sweeping the floors.
He's like how Duncan is. Like he's walking around the GOAT room, like serving people drinks. You know what I mean? He's not playing cards at no table.
Dan Marino can't even be a busboy.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback, great quarterback. He's just not. He didn't win a Super Bowl. It's hard when you didn't win a Super Bowl.
It's like the '92 Dream Team with Jordan, Larry, and Magic were all talking, and Charles came over to talk to him, and I don't know who it was. It may have been. It was probably Jordan because he and Jordan.
Bird's an asshole too, though. Let's be real.
Well, no, Larry allegedly laughed. It was either Magic or Michael, but I think it was Michael. He goes, "No, this is the champions conversation. You can't come in. You don't have a ring," which is badass, by the way.
It is wicked badass.
I think it was Michael.
Bird was probably the greatest shit talker of all time in basketball.
Oh, he was.
We've been over this. Like
there are a million
Mary
stories.
fucking right. All of the stories.
No, the best is Ben Poquette. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the best one.
No, that one's awesome. The Xavier McDaniel one's awesome too. When Xavier McDaniel,
damn it, I left 2 seconds on the clock.
He's like, I left 0.2 seconds, and then James Jimenez is like, damn. They're like easy. Larry's the type of guy who'd be like, "I'll be right here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. You're gonna get faked. You're gonna go for this, and then I'm gonna lay it on my left." And he's like, "Then he'd do that exactly."
Who's guarding me, Chuck? Is anyone guarding me? Better get someone on me, or I'm gonna go for 60.
Oh, Larry was something else. But
better than LaFaker.
No, I disagree.
Yeah.
But talking about that, let's segue into basketball real quick.
Oh my god. I wanted to finish the Rodgers thing.
Oh, then continue with the Rodgers thing.
By the way, weirdo dude, what's the story?
No, there's no story.
No ticket.
Never responded.
No tickets.
No ticky, no laundry.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything from my cousin either about his tickets from the chick. So, again, I don't even know if that's not that it's not real because
that's the one I meant. No, weirdo dude.
No, I haven't.
You haven't heard from Tom?
No.
Because I think T is in.
I can ask him. I can ask Tom like if he's heard. Or...
I can go back to my guy and see if he can get an extra one. Because if that's what we go with, it's gonna be like $700.
Yeah, I know.
So that's out of your price range.
Yeah, well, that's why.
I can't afford that shit. What am I, a billionaire?
Well, I can't afford that shit. What am I, a billionaire? Like, but this isn't a $2 USB.
That's not what he said.
That is
not
exactly
what James said.
James was like, I can just download some movies for you, Scotty. All we need is a little flash drive, USB. And Scotty's like, what am I, a fucking billionaire?
No, because I know what a flash drive is.
I want that type of money.
Yeah, I know what a flash drive is. No, like I know
what a Fugazi is. It's Kevin Durant's ring.
Rings, plural.
No, that's true. All his rings are Fugazis. But so Rodgers. What else you got to say about Rodgers? I'm not picking on Rodgers.
All right.
Look, I still think Rodgers is the most talented quarterback I ever saw.
I want to break down I want
I
to
still
break.
think he can
okay,
win more rings.
I want to break down Rodgers. He's too talented. I think he'll win at least one more. They got to put a team.
But if he
around.
doesn't, though, then you know he can't be in the GOAT table.
All right. Somebody asked me the other day. A huge Rodgers guy. He works in my office.
Yeah, I'm a huge
Like-
Rodgers guy. I really am.
I am too. So he goes, Rodgers better than Peyton. I go, I gotta disagree with you. He goes, how could you disagree with me? I go, Peyton's got 5 MVPs.
Yeah.
He's been to 4 Super Bowls. He's got every record that there is. I mean, they're gonna fall,
Right.
but he has every record. He went to 4 Super Bowls with 4 different coaches. That's never gonna be
Huge
done
difference between Rodgers, Brady, and
again. Is that
Mantle,
ever
too.
gonna get done again? 4 Super Bowls with 4 different coaches.
Probably not.
It basically says my fucking coach is irrelevant. I'm gonna get to the Super Bowl anyway.
His coach was
He won 2 of them.
He had good coaches, though.
He
His
should.
coaches were relevant.
Look, he should have won more. He should have at least 3. He should have. The Colts probably should have beaten the Saints in that Super Bowl. He should have at least 3.
I'll even go as far to say he should have 2, but he shouldn't have the one that he has.
He
with
shouldn't have the
defense carry.
15, but he
Yeah.
should have like the 09 Colts or
Yeah,
the
he should have
13
09, a 13,
I'm not even, no, he's
or
not.
another season.
Nah, not the 13 Broncos.
Well, and another
Actually-
season then.
A Super Bowl
Listen,
that
that's
got a
the
Super
thing.
Bowl that got away in 05. They had the best team and they just blew it against
They had
Pittsburgh.
the best team a lot of years. Or
No, they didn't.
enough team. This is another thing that when we talk about Peyton had bad
03,
defenses.
03 and 04 the Patriots.
But I always heard from
03 and 04 the Patriots are better than
Look, from all the Peyton defenders. Peyton had bad defenses, just like Rodgers had bad defenses. That's because their team stacked the offense to give the guys great stats. A couple years ago, Rodgers had 4 or 5 of the best weapons you're ever going to see on a team. Sans the 2003 Broncos. You know what I mean? He had Jermichael Finley. He had Randall Cobb. He had Nelson. He had, who else did he have? I'm trying to remember. I'll look up the rosters. His rosters were stacked.
He had
Stacked, pass catching wise.
the running back. What the hell's his name? Help me. He's looking it
If
up.
I could, I would. I really would if I could.
So I want to break him down. Take 2008 and 2009 out of it. Just go 2010 to now, right?
Brady.
No, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
2010, it wasn't his best team. They got hot as shit. They won the Super Bowl, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good team though.
It was. They were good. They weren't great.
They was. I was saying in the playoffs. So were you. That team was scary.
No, you and I. No, we didn't know each other yet, but my brother and I were talking. And
No,
said,
I know, and I said the same exact.
They killed somebody. I think it was Atlanta. They beat like 45-6 or something. I go, this team's gonna win it all. They're rolling. All right, 2010 they won the Super Bowl. Okay, 2011 there's a knock on them. They went 15-1 and they meekly bowed out at home. First playoff game to the Giants. They eventually won the Super Bowl, but let's be real, they should have beaten the Giants. That was a joke. 2012 the Niners went to the Super Bowl that year. They played at Candlestick. Kaepernick went nuts.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said
Rodgers
he
still
was-
had a good game. They scored like 30 points. The problem is the Packers gave up like 45. Kaepernick like threw for 300 and rushed for 200. It was ridiculous. We were watching that at Karen Pena's house.
I know. I know.
I told Phil, I go, they're going to win it all. This guy's unbelievable. 5 years later, he's out of the league.
Part of that's
His own fault.
yeah, and the owner's fault. I mean, they don't want to.
Well, a lot of that too is he was insincere. I don't think it's really. I think it was to draw attention to himself and impress his activist girlfriend. I don't think he really gave a
I
crap.
don't disagree with you there, but
Actually, could you go to the next year, 13?
so look, this year, okay, 2012, and we can go further back or further forward if you want. 2012, they had Randall Cobb, James Jones, Jermichael Finley,
Starks. That's who I was thinking of.
Jordy Nelson. I know, Greg Jennings. Okay,
Yep,
that's an awesome team, pass catching wise.
it's a good team.
It really is.
It's a good group.
And Greg Jennings, and they
Is it-
Donald
is it-
Driver too, even though he was like 85 years old.
Is it Welker, Gronk, and Hernandez? I think not.
Finley was a really good tight end.
He wasn't as good as Gronk.
Randall Cobb was not
Finley wasn't.
Walker.
Finley wasn't as good as Hernandez. No, he wasn't.
Probably not. This is the thing, though. Welker, Gronk, and Hernandez were a very short period of Brady's career.
2011, basically.
2010 they were
throwout.
babies.
Right.
Right, like they were rookies, doesn't count. 2011, 2012, you had tons of injuries.
Well, 2012, you never had him on the field at the same time.
And in 2013, we lost our whole team because one guy killed somebody, one guy had concussions and bailed out a mock. You know what I mean? Another guy was eating Vaseline or whatever he was doing with Stephon Marbury. I have no idea what what's his face was doing.
Who?
The guy that was really good at catching the ball in the air, but then ducking really quick when he caught the ball.
Brandon Lloyd.
Brandon Lloyd. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. He was probably he was off making like zombie movies, like indie zombie movies underground.
Yeah, he's not all there.
He was eating, like I said, he was eating Vaseline with Stephon Marbury. Seriously, I have no idea what this guy was doing. He just left his career and was like, yeah, I'm going to make indie zombie movies. That guy had problems.
All right, go to 13 for a second, because as I mentioned in 2012, see what the final score in that playoff game was. Oh, actually, yeah, 45 to 31.
45.
He still put up 31 points. It's not like he shit the bed.
No.
His team gave up 45 fucking points. All right, go to the next year. Go to 2013.
We got to realize too,
because I think this year, 2013, is the first year he lost in overtime, and didn't see the ball in the playoffs. If your computer would work. Yep, he never saw the ball to the Niners. I think it was overtime.
But you know what though?
Oh no, you know what? It wasn't overtime. No, they just lost. They lost by 3. That was the last year the Niners were relevant. The next year, he was the MVP of the league.
He had 157 passing yards. Okay? His offensive passing weapons, again, were... Sorry. Does that all the time. This is a new... This is the first year he had Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy was actually good back then.
Eddie Lacy.
They had James Stark still, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They had Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Jarrett Boykin, Andrew Quarles, and Jermichael Finley. That's a good pass catching team. Okay? Not saying they were the greatest team that ever existed. It's a good pass catching team.
All right, 2014, he was the league MVP. He played hurt in the NFC Championship game. He still had an 11-point lead with like 3 minutes to go, and his defense blew it. And actually, they were down 3 after Clinton Dix, whatever the hell he was doing on that extra point. That was a dying quail.
That was ridiculous. But this is the difference.
He just Clinton Dix was right there, and he froze. It was like
this is the difference, though.
Rodgers led him down the field to a field goal to force overtime. Again, he didn't see the ball.
This is the difference.
And the next year against Arizona in 2015, again, gets him to overtime. I think he threw a Hail Mary to tie it.
How many
and
times
then didn't see the ball
do you see Aaron Rodgers behind, and he comes back?
He does it quite often.
No, he really doesn't.
He does in the regular season.
Not as often as you'd expect from a great quarterback.
Do you have stats on that?
Yeah. We'll go through it. We'll look it up.
2016, he did get to the NFC Championship game, and they got pasted by Atlanta.
Okay. How many times?
They got game-winning drives in there?
Oh, yeah. He has 17 game-winning drives his career, 11 fourth-quarter comebacks. I'm telling you right now, he's played about, I think it's about half as much, a little bit more than what Tom Brady's played. Tom Brady's numbers are more than double that.
Out of curiosity, look up his numbers.
Yeah, I will.
And if you could, look up Montana and Manning's too.
Oh, we will. We'll look up everybody. That's the thing, though. And that's that's one thing that I will agree with Nick Wright on again. Is he said Brady has the it factor. I hate just calling it clutch, but Brady is way more clutch than Aaron Rodgers.
Even though he's an asshole now.
Look, you want
not even an asshole.
You want to hate the guy.
No, off the field.
How many fourth-quarter comebacks is
ridiculous? 34.
How many game-winning drives does he have?
42.
Okay, that's a little bit more than 11 and 17,
and he's
right?
Still going.
Let's go to playoff just for a second. Okay?
He's got every playoff record there is. There's no need to look it up.
Oh, I know, but how many fourth-quarter comebacks does Tom Brady have in the playoffs?
And that's a
game-winning drives.
At 11, and that's a lot.
That's a ton in the playoffs, okay? Let's go to...
Do Manning.
Aaron Rodgers. We will. How many fourth-quarter comebacks does Aaron Rodgers have in the playoffs? His career.
1.
How many game-winning drives?
2.
See what I'm talking about? If you're going to be like, and this is what people usually do to defend Michael Jordan or Bill Russell or any great that always comes through in the clutch and seems to have the it factor and the guy that you trust on the line because he's going to win you the game. Okay? It was like David Ortiz. You always wanted him to hit when you needed it. Like if you needed to hit to win to save your life, it's David Ortiz, right?
Okay, so you're... pause for a second.
To win a game for me with my life on the line,
David
I sure as shit ain't rolling out Aaron Rodgers. I definitely ain't rolling out Peyton Manning.
So
I ain't rolling out Aaron Rodgers either.
All right, so I
might roll out Joe Montana if you give him to me.
All this stuff you're saying right now, yet you think LeBron's better than Bird and Magic Johnson. It's the same argument.
But LeBron has 3 rings, though. He doesn't have 1 ring. A little different.
It's different in basketball. It's way harder to win a Super Bowl. You kidding me? Way harder to win a Super Bowl. Way harder.
Also, timeout.
No. You have no margin for error.
Please don't
One
act
loss and
like
you're done.
Please don't act like Aaron Rodgers is facing the Golden State Warriors every year in the playoffs. Because he ain't. Okay? You know what? The way Aaron Rodgers plays in the playoffs, the Golden State Warriors would probably beat Aaron Rodgers at football.
Well, LeBron's going to do a lot of losing to Golden State now that he's in the
And I'm
West.
fine with that. And that's his own goddamn fault. Okay?
Oh, he's...
You and I talked about this.
Look, I already think...
I don't think we talked about it on
Look,
air, but we
I
talked
already
about
think he's a fugazi and a coward. He punted any chance he ever has of winning a championship again.
You and I already talked about this. If he wanted to, and he really had wanted to win a ring, he would have come to Boston.
Yeah.
For $1.
That article in The Ringer, who said it a week before that article came out?
You and I did. We talked about it.
No, who brought it up first?
You and I did.
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't disagree with you. I'd already.
No, you agreed with me, but I mentioned it. I literally think I'm the first one that brought it up ever. I
was the first one to bring up that the Red Sox won the World Series in 2013. I want that noted. I have physical evidence, digital evidence.
It was like July. It was like mid-July or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was mid-July, and we talked about it before that.
Do you remember? I said the Cardinals were going to win. They came 2 games away.
Yeah. But they were really 4 games away if John Farrell wasn't managing.
They were 4 games away.
Let's be real. And look, I'm not
that whole summer in the National League, everyone's like, "Oh, Dodgers."
Look, this is the thing. We'll look up Peyton Manning stats, okay?
I'm curious now.
He is a lot more than Rodgers does. I'll tell you that. Now, again, granted, some of that's because he's played a lot longer, but realistically,
look at that forehead.
I know. Look at that 18 head. Goddamn guy's a fucking alien.
Is 18 his number or his hat size?
Because I know he has more than Brady. He has 43 fourth quarter comebacks in his career.
That's a ton.
54 game winning drives.
That's a ton.
Okay? Now again, no one has as many as Brady in the playoffs. He has 2 fourth quarter comebacks, 2 game winning drives. Okay? This is the thing. You could say he's got more of this than Rodgers because he has 2 fourth quarter comebacks instead of 1. And he has more in the regular season. Rodgers doesn't have him either way. Rodgers, as much as you want to say, I love the guy, and we want to talk about how great he is, kind of a front runner.
Look up Montana.
Kind of.
Look up Montana.
Oh, yeah. Montana's basically the greatest at this other than Brady when you really look at everything. But, again, Montana wasn't losing a lot.
Actually, after Montana, I want you to look up one guy.
And then Elway had a lot, too.
I want you to look up one other guy for me, actually.
We'll look up whoever you want.
Favre. I want to see how many he had.
So, he had 26 fourth quarter comebacks and 28 game winning drives.
Still pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Still a lot.
Remember.
Now go to the playoffs.
Well, I know. For remember, Rodgers was 11-17. Okay? The playoffs, he had 5 fourth quarter comebacks, 5 game winning drives. The only thing I want to say about Joe Montana, he wasn't losing a lot in the playoffs.
Well, here's the thing. The Niners were usually up like 35-0 at the half.
Right. So, and part of that is why you have to say...
There's context. I get it. There's context.
He had fewer times. He also lost at a lot... Or I should say won at a lot better clip than Rodgers.
That guy's got 4 Super Bowls.
Right. What's Aaron Rodgers' playoff career?
Oh, I don't know.
9-7. Okay?
Joe's what?
16-7.
4-0 in Super Bowls.
He still has more fourth quarter comebacks and game winning drives.
Do Favre.
Okay? Brady, that's why Brady is the anomaly here. Brady, I know he's 27-10. 8-11 is a ridiculous number in the playoffs. More than any.
11 game winning drives in the playoffs is
8 fourth quarter comebacks. That means, hey, 8 different times he was losing the game and won the fourth quarter. And I can't find the article that I read on ESPN the other day, but it was basically people talking about Brady and Rodgers being the best quarterbacks right now in the league. And I think it was either rival GM or scout said, look, people often talk about the 5 he's won, but they forget about the Super Bowls he's lost. He's put his team up in all those Super Bowls too.
The 2 losses to the Giants, he left the field
winning,
leading.
And in Philly,
and he had 30 seconds each to
In Philly, the best team all year, right? Philly was best team all year. You and I talked about how I don't know why
we picked them.
Patriots. I'm like, who's got a better team?
You and I picked them. Philly
had to play a completely perfect game,
and they did.
And Tom Brady still almost beat them. Is that wrong?
Brady and Gronkowski almost won that game by themselves.
Well, Brady had a lot with Danny Amendola, but it was Brady. Brady's the engine that could. Not that Gronk isn't incredible. It's a lot harder to run the offense without Gronk.
I honestly think that the reason Bill sat Butler, something happened that week where he said, "Fuck this guy, I'm not playing."
Well, something happened. Who did you want to see, by the way?
Favre. But I think Bill went into that game confident in the offensive game plan and said, "We're going to shred him. We don't need Butler." He didn't count on giving up 41 points. Now, he should have swallowed his pride and played.
Part Italian. His middle name's Lorenzo.
I hope not.
You ready? Brett Favre, 28 fourth quarter comebacks, 43 game-winning drives. A lot more than Rodgers, dude. Again, this is the thing, and I'm not saying Rodgers sucks. Rodgers he's 2 fourth quarter comebacks, 2 game-winning drives in the playoffs. Again, this is why the greatness of Brady is really shown.
Where's the interceptions in the playoffs?
30.
That is a ton of
This is the thing.
interceptions.
People don't realize
that is a ridiculous number for interceptions.
Brady's
in the
8-11, but on top of that, how many? And Brady has a ton of in the regular season again too.
Brady's played in more postseason games than Favre. How many interceptions has he thrown in the playoffs? 31? Yeah, 71 touchdowns.
Yeah. All right. Brady has 34 fourth quarter comebacks and 42 game-winning drives in the regular season. How many times are the Patriots fucking behind? 42 times? You know what I mean? Like, that's a joke, but they're not behind enough where he should have that many. It's ridiculous. Tom Brady's stats when he's behind are better than everyone.
I don't know. By the way,
I don't have the numbers.
I don't know what you're trying to sell. He's up here and everyone else is down here.
Well, then why?
He's at the goat table, but he has like a throne with like the
with his rings and his staff
and the staff and the crown.
Then why do I keep having to hear people talk about? Well, Aaron Rodgers is just better at everything in the field.
Because it's boring to just say Brady's the best. They need to write something.
But it's true.
That's the truth, though. That's what it is.
He's the best in advanced stats. He's the best or as good as anyone else in regular stats. He's going to have the volume stats someday, especially if he keeps playing. He's going to have all the comeback numbers, all the wins, all the Super Bowls, all the appearances. He's going to be so far ahead of everyone.
He already is.
It's like if you were like, whoa, Michael Jordan got the best stats. Okay. And add Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most stats. Okay. And add Bill Russell for the most wins. That's Tom Brady. He's all those guys combined. There is no fucking GOAT argument. Doesn't exist. It's Tom Brady. It really is. I'm not just licking his balls. I know you don't like him, and he's eating avocado ice cream. He's going to play 5 more years with fucking Giselle. Yeah,
that's okay.
No, that's Tom Brady. I don't blow people, okay? But the thing is, he's the greatest. It's not close. It's really not close. I give you...
Preaching to the choir.
People are like, oh, statistically. I'm like, statistically, you have no idea what you're fucking talking about. You don't know your ass from your elbow. So look at the statistics. Brady's still better. He is. Just is. Or he's at least as good, which makes the fact that he wins...
Dude, even my old man bought in. Even my old man bought in. He was saying Montana forever. He's on board now.
Yeah, everyone's got to be on board now. Go goddamn good the guy is.
After they beat Atlanta, I was like, you still think Hannah's the best? He's like, I gave it to him after they won the Seattle one. What you talking about? Forget about it.
Forget about it. Got more power, more celebration, slower feet. What? Got more power. Forget about it. I already said that. All right, so what do you want to talk about next?
I want to talk about this rain out nonsense.
Oh, this was ridiculous.
Do you mind if I go for just a second here?
Yeah, you can definitely go.
All right.
You know how I feel about it.
Now, this isn't a Orioles-Red Sox thing. I don't even give a shit about the Orioles right now. Okay? Don't care.
Orioles. They got rid of Manny Machado. No, they're dead to me.
They're dead to me until new ownership. God knows when that's going to be. The guy's 89 fucking years old. He can't own the team forever. It's going to end sooner or later.
Scotty, he can.
He's got to be a fucking
He probably has something in trust that when he dies, the team still is owned by him and they won't spend any money.
He'll run it from the grave if he can. His son apparently is even a bigger tightwad than him, so that scares the hell out of me if he leaves it to his kid. But Oriole fans, if you're listening, and I know you are, keep doing what you're doing. Don't show up to games. Do not fucking show. I haven't been down there in 4 years. I used to go down every year, right? Yeah. Used to take like a long weekend, drive down for a couple games.
You used to send me the awesome photos of you being like the only one in your section. But with like 7 hot dogs.
It's true.
They got great hot dogs, though. Great concessions. Great bathrooms.
No, it was better when they sucked, because it takes you like 5 minutes to get a hot dog and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
This is 2012, and they actually made the playoffs that year. I mean, that's a big crowd.
Yeah, there's a good 3,000 people there.
No, the most ridiculous one was that one I showed you when...
There was like 200 people?
Yeah, there was like...
legitimately 200 people? That's one of your games there. The same game.
Yeah. I
No,
think so.
find the, what was it, like 2008 or something? 2006.
No, it was. Yeah, there's me with Johnny U. I've sent you that before. That's an awesome statue, by the way.
Goddamn Red Sox.
Where are these other ones? Where are the 2010 ones? The only time I take pictures is when Tarek and I went. What the hell was it?
Well, while you're looking, talk about the
Okay.
fucking rain out.
Yeah, it's 2010. They actually had a bigger crowd then.
Oh, that's not bad.
This is when I was like super fat. I was like chunky here.
Yeah, that wasn't close to your fattest though.
This is
When we get close to your
this
fattest,
night-
it's like you're like shoving food in your mouth. And
this
it's
night
like
was
you're gonna explode.
this night was 107 degrees and humid. I was fucking dying. There's actually a picture of me here. Yeah, look at that face. Look how hot that was.
Send that to the group.
No, they don't need to see
You
that.
gotta send that to the group.
I was dying.
You were dying.
There's another picture. Yeah, look at this picture. Look at Tarek's shirt.
Yeah, it's fucking sweaty. You're a little sweaty, Scotty.
Just a little bit, right?
You look like a fucking grease ball that's about to get whacked. You're like, forget about it.
Forget about it.
I didn't mean it, Tommy.
All right, the rain out. They knew that this cell was coming. It was going to be torrential downpours for 8 straight hours.
Yeah, 5.5 hours, whatever the fuck they thought it would be. Who knows?
Number one, my first question is, because no one on the West Coast gives a shit about the Red Sox and the Orioles. If you know that's coming, if you want to get the game in, would it kill you to move the game up to 4
They
o'clock?
should move the game up.
Move it up to
100%.
4 o'clock, you at least get 5 innings in. I know the pace of the game in baseball, you still get 5 innings in. That's number one. Number two, if you stick with the 7 o'clock start time, and you know at 7:30 the sky's going to open up and it's not going to stop, just call the fucking game. It's 2018. This isn't 1940 and the ump goes like that and like checks the air and like no, you have fucking like Dopplers, you have radar, you have all this technology. You fucking look at a weather report.
They should have.
You don't start the game. Alex Cora is 100% right. He goes, I just burned one of my starting pitchers for 18 pitches.
And one
For
of the,
what?
The thing that pisses me off the most is, and I've always thought this, it's not just because of last night, even though last night was an example.
All the stats are gone.
Right.
What if JD Martinez misses the Triple Crown by
By one home run. That was exactly what I was thinking.
Yep.
He's probably not going to care that he doesn't have that home run right now, and they'll probably like whatever. And him and Mookie
Look,
Betts.
they're making this up on August 11th. The Orioles suck. He'll hit another home run that game, probably.
He might,
It's like wiffle ball.
but you just took a home run away from Martinez, Benintendi, and Betts, right?
Yep.
Is that not what happened?
Well,
All those stats should count.
the problem
Resume the game where it was.
the problem I have with that, Chris, is contracts nowadays are incentive laden. I'm just making this up. I'm not saying this is factual.
Resume the game where it was.
What if Andrew Benintendi has a clause in his contract? If you hit 20 home runs, you get an extra $1 million. What if he ends the season this year with 19 home runs and 20 loses $1 million? Shit like that is what I don't like.
Yeah.
The stats should still count. I agree. Pick it up in the top of the second on August 11th. The Red Sox
Resume
ahead
the
5-0.
game where it is?
You can even start Price that day if you want.
Yeah, they should be obligated to put the players in that were there if they're still available.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to put them in, then obviously it's like normally taking someone out. You can't put them back in.
This is another issue that I have. This is my biggest issue with it, really. Look at, if the Red Sox were playing the San Diego Padres and they didn't have a mutual off day the rest of the season, okay, chalk it up. I get that. You go to Baltimore 10 times a year. You're going back in 3 weeks. They're in your
They should have
division.
never started the game.
What the
like
fuck?
You said, they should have never started the game.
Is anything I'm saying right now inaccurate?
No, but if you do start the game, then you keep the stats in where you are. It's not that hard.
It
about
baffles me, and I'll tell
Next
you what.
time they go out, they have to play 9 innings, correct?
Yeah.
Why can't they just play fucking 7? I mean, it would be 7 plus.
And Manfred, to his credit, says, I understand why people are upset about this. I understand why the Red Sox are upset. It's something that we need to look into. To his credit, he admits that the commissioner admitted, like, this is broken. We need to.
If you're that
we need
much
to
of an
look at
idiot
this.
to start the game, or like the
Manfred
stats,
said today they shouldn't have started the game.
right? And
Manfred said today they shouldn't have started the game.
then just keep the fucking stats.
I agree
about
with
it.
you.
Think about what could happen. All right, you and I are in the same division, right?
Yeah.
My team's up on your team. Well, we're gonna start the game.
Not to mention that's a win that was washed out. Look at the Orioles are fucking horrible. They're gonna lose 110 games. This is the worst Orioles team in my lifetime, and that's saying something.
They're gonna lose.
They've had some bad fucking teams.
115 games, yeah.
All right.
Probably.
I want that. Look. Listen to me. I am praying that they break the 62 Mets record and lose 121 games. Maybe that will finally force this fucking cheapskate prick, Jeremy Jacobs on steroids, to sell the fucking team.
But you know what, though?
41 and 121. Do you think that'd be
Red Sox-
embarrassing enough that he would sell the team?
What happens if the Red Sox lose the division by a game now?
Inexcusable.
Right.
Inexcusable.
It's because you started a game, they were up 5-0, and then everything gets wiped away.
Look, they're making up the game August 11th. Chris, I guarantee you.
The Red Sox are probably still going to win that game.
Look at me.
That's
I
not the point.
I promise you. I'll make 10 wings. The Red Sox will win both of those games.
I'm not betting against you, though.
They'll win both of those games.
Okay, but I'm not betting
This is
against
an
you.
awful, awful team. Oh, by the way, they would have won the night before, except that Cora brought in Joe Kelly in a situation of consequence, which I can't understand. The guy sucks.
Joe Kelly's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
No, he sucks.
No, sometimes he's awesome, though.
No, you're gonna get shit covered in
awesome
chocolate.
for a
That's
while.
what it's gonna be.
No, it's shit.
And don't talk about like
Shit-covered chocolate.
oh, Kelly is up to he's top of the top of the American League in holds. Okay, I wouldn't trust Joe Kelly to hold his cock in his hand. He fucking sucks. He sucks.
Joe Kelly's the best cock holder.
He sucks.
He has the best words.
He sucks. No, that's our president. Show some respect. Respect the office.
Show some fucking respect.
All right, so that's all I got to say about that. The Red Sox is still 5.5 up. Actually, I don't know what the Yankees are doing right now. Let me check. No, it was 5.5.
Was it?
Going into today, it was 5.5.
The Yankees lost? No, Yankees won. They're winning.
Aaron Judge. Did Hamels get traded? Oh, wow.
Cubs land left.
Cole Hamels just went to the Cubs.
Judge to hospital after each hit by pitch. Oh.
That is a great pickup by Theo Epstein.
So the Yankees are winning. The Red Sox are losing right now. So that would make it 4.5 games.
By the way, why can't the Red Sox get an executive like Theo Epstein?
Isn't this stay fair?
Oh, the Yankees are playing Kansas City. That's a sweep. Kansas City is awful. Red Sox are losing 2-1 to Minnesota in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, well, it's right there on the TV.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses on. How many?
Xander's on second, 1 out. PS just hit a dribbler and got out. So, come on, Devers.
By the way,
fucking sucking.
By the way, yeah, he's stupid. By the way,
Devers is dumb.
He's not a smart baseball player.
Like I kept telling you, like his base running is just dumb sometimes.
By the way, and I'll say it on the podcast there. I've been telling all my friends who are Red Sox fans. I love Steve Pearce when he was with the Orioles. He's a fucking gamer. He's the perfect bench player, like DH. He can play a little first base. He's a valuable guy.
Yeah, and he can hit lefties.
And he can run. He'll run through a wall. He plays his ass off.
He's played for everybody in the division now.
I don't think he played for the Yankees.
Yeah.
He played for Tampa Bay,
everyone
the Red Sox now, Orioles, and Toronto. I don't remember him with the Yankees.
Watch this, ready?
I don't think he's played with the Yankees.
Promise you. Everyone in the division.
You're right.
How crazy is that? Everyone in the division.
Look at his stats in 2014. He had a great year for the Orioles. The year they won the division.
21 home runs.
And 49 RBIs. That was as a part-time player.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's 293. Pierce can play. He's a good hitter.
929 OPS.
He's a good hitter.
WAR of 6.
He crushes left-handed pitching.
For a guy that played 102 games, a WAR of 6 is ridiculous.
No, he had a great year. He played good for the Orioles. I'd like to see him get a ring. He's a good guy, too.
Look at his OPS over 1 for the Red Sox this year.
I'm telling you, man.
Doesn't play a ton, but
It's a great pickup for the Red Sox.
Yeah. Eovaldi's going to be a great pickup for the Red Sox.
He's a JAG for me. Know what JAG is?
Yes.
Okay. He's a JAG.
Thank you.
Just another guy.
I understand what the term means in the acronym. I love how you spell it out instead of just calling him a JAG, too. I think he's going to be a good right-hand out for them.
I think Dombrowski, at this point, his prospects in his farm system are so fucking bad. He wants to get this guy.
I'm his best prospect. Actually, Anthony's his best prospect.
Dude, Anthony can play.
20 more years till he makes the majors.
Dombrowski's farm system is so fucking bad, so barren, and he knows it. He was on here 2 months ago talking about Jalen Beeks. Oh, we love Jalen Beeks. He just traded him for the GAG. Couldn't have liked him that much. Okay? He was building him up for a trade.
Dude,
He realizes that his farm system is so
his
bad,
farm system sucks.
he's not going to be able to get one of these relievers. One of these, I know that they're talking about guys from the Reds. They wanted Brad Hand from San Diego. He went to Cleveland. They were never going to get him. They have no one to give up. The prospects I do have are either getting popped for PEDs or they're hurt. Okay? Just watching this here. I think Dombrowski's...
Oh, we're going to lose.
I think
Why not sucks?
Yeah, he does. I think Dombrowski's plan is I'm going to have this guy start until Erod, hopefully, in his case, comes back, and then I'm going to put him in the pen. And hopefully he works out being the 7th or 8th inning guy in the playoffs.
Best thing is the Yankees have the second best rated farm system in the league.
And they have the most money.
And they're still the best.
I guarantee it's probably Boston last and Baltimore second to last.
Red Sox are going to be way down. I don't know if they'll be last, but they'll be way down.
The Orioles have nothing in their farm. Well, actually, they might
Orioles
now.
are 23rd. Red Sox are 25th.
That's still bad. By the way, a Theo Epstein club being 24th. I know they gave up some to win a World Series. Boston Red Sox, 25. Dave Dombrowski's asset-moving plus graduations have lowered the relative ranking of the system, now lacking impact and with mediocre depth.
They got nothing in there.
Who's last?
Kansas City Royals.
No, that's going to change because they're going to be selling off everybody.
Yeah. How'd you feel to be a Royals fan, though?
They won a World Series a few years ago. Not all bad.
Okay, way better than being an Orioles fan. I mean, in general, right now.
No, I wouldn't be nearly... If they had won it 4 years ago, that 2014 team was probably the best chance to win it all. They went to the ALCS and they got swept, but they were in every single one of those games. I don't think they would have beat...
They were in all those games, though.
They were. Every
They
game
got
was
swept.
close.
Every game was...
They lost by one, like every
I'm not
game.
picking on you, man. I remember going...
We went to sidelines.
Yeah.
No, you were right, too. You were like, Kansas City wins the first game to win in the series. No, I was like, it's just game one.
Just game one.
And then they got swept. No, but if they had won it all that year, I wouldn't be nearly as mad as I am now.
Yeah, one ring makes you happy for a long time. Especially when your team hasn't won in, like, forever.
35 years. They haven't
We'll just
won,
call it forever.
They haven't won it in my lifetime.
Yeah, forever.
I'm old and they haven't won it in my lifetime.
Forever.
So. All right. You want to talk about Kevin McHale? Rip Kevin McHale. Say he sucks.
I never said Kevin McHale sucks.
You're like, he's a bomb.
Your point and your brother's point. Your brother's point is like Kevin McHale's the greatest power forward that ever lived, and he's actually better than 99% of all players, including Larry Bird. And I'm like, excuse me?
Who's better in the... And you know that Barkley's my favorite player of all time. Who's better in the low post, Barkley or McHale?
Okay, but that's one aspect of the game, though.
Answer my question.
McHale.
Okay. Who was better in the low post, Karl Malone or McHale?
McHale.
Okay. Who was a better defender, Barkley or McHale?
That's not even a question. That's an absurd question.
Answer the question.
McHale.
Who was a better defender, Karl Malone or Kevin McHale?
McHale.
Okay. How many rings does Barkley have?
Oh, my God.
How many rings does Barkley have?
0.
How many does Karl Malone have?
0.
How many does Kevin McHale have?
Now, ready? We're gonna change my answers. My previous answers are Barkley has 0 as an alpha. Malone has 0 as an alpha. McHale is 0 as an alpha.
He's got 3 as a beta.
He wasn't a beta for all those rings. That's what I tried to explain to you. He was a beta for 1 ring, realistically. 100%.
86.
86, he was a beta.
And I'll tell you
He
what.
was a damn good player. 86, 87, 88, you could say he was on Bird's level almost. Or as good, or you could argue, I don't know.
Well, Bird was on the way down. But
Right, but those are the years that McHale
no,
was
but
actually
here's the thing.
becoming and was
Here's
a
the thing.
beast.
Like 84 to 87 Bird, maybe every player ever, besides maybe Russell or Jordan, is going to take a back seat to that version of Larry Bird. So you can't hold that against McHale.
Or like, yeah, or 90s, late 90s, 2000, 2001, 2002 Shaq. Those guys. I get it. But look at this.
No, Shaq was great and dominant. He wasn't as skilled as Bird.
80-81. Look at Kevin McHale's playoff numbers.
He was a rookie.
He was the beta to that team, right? He was a fucking rookie. He was like the 10th man.
No, the beta.
Not really. But
Honestly, the beta in 81 and 84 teams was either Maxwell or Parrish.
wasn't McHale. That's all I'm saying.
Actually,
Mikhail wasn't Mikhail.
no,
till
no,
the
no.
third
You
ring.
know, 80.
Mikhail has 3 rings. He doesn't have 3 rings as the second best player.
No, 80
bases loaded.
No, you know what? I hate Fernando Rodney. 81 Parrish and Maxwell were probably co-betas to Larry's alpha. 84, I think you could make the case that DJ was the beta.
Can we sit here and always say that Larry was always the alpha, though?
Of course.
All right, so that's a huge difference. 3 rings as an alpha versus 1 as a beta is different.
Larry Bird's an alpha on an all-time starting 5 in the history of the league.
Again, it depends if you get a Jordan or...
No, at his peak, he's a starting small forward on the all-time team. And it's not close.
Oh, you also just moved on to a different... Jackie Bradley. It's over.
This fucking
It's over,
stuff.
dude.
Game's
It's
over.
Watch him get a fucking
Twins
grand
win.
slam. Grand slam. Grand slam. Grand slam.
Should have my
Grand
glasses
slam.
on. I can't see shit.
Xander's on third. No, Twihat's on second. Brock's on
No,
first.
this is a situation where you're either hoping for a hit by pitch or a pass ball.
Oh, I'm hoping for a hit by pitch. And I'm like, knock him out of the rest of the year. Break his kneecap.
If the asshole didn't take third in the second inning, they'd probably be winning.
To be honest with you, though, he's been great defensively.
Yeah, that's fine.
All
but
one.
That's fine, but you got to run it. You're at second. You're
If I'm
already
Cora-
in scoring position.
If I'm
with your best
Cora, I just said
hitters
the
coming
take sign. And he said, oh, for how many pitches? All of them. Forever. You know what I mean?
up. Cora.
Take 3 straight if you have to. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Bat on shoulder.
Take.
Jackie.
Take forever, yeah. He's actually yelling, take all the pitches.
Whoa.
Take them all. Don't swing ever.
I'm gonna be.
Scotty's gonna watch this.
I don't have glasses.
He doesn't have glasses. He's gonna have to go right up to the screen. Yeah, I get that. It's 2-0 right now. Red Sox, 9th inning.
Paul Molitor saying to himself, "Imagine if we walk this fucking guy."
You can't walk Jackie Bradley Jr. 3-0. You got to be fucking kidding me.
right.
Like I told you, if I'm Cora, I'm like
2 in a row. Take 3 in a row.
Take them all. Keep taking till you can't take no more.
All right, take 2 in a row at least.
I don't care if there's 3 strikes in a row. You just
Actually,
keep staying up
if
there
you
and ask
wanna-
the umpire to
If
keep
you want to
taking.
get really ballsy, you know you're getting a fastball right down the middle.
I take it anyways. I'm like, Jackie, you take it if he throws it underhand right at the fucking middle of the plate.
Rodney. He has no control. You never know pitch to pitch.
I'm taking all of them.
Yeah,
Take.
you're not swinging here.
Take.
He's getting a fastball right down.
Take all of them. Take 3 in a row.
There's your fastball.
Ooh, that was barely on, too.
Yeah, that's a strike.
Yeah, oh yeah, but look, it was a strike, but look where it was. Edge of the strike zone. Take them all.
Take another one.
Dude, take them all! I'm literally telling him, I'm like, dude, you don't swing at a goddamn pitch. You let us win the game by walking. Counts as an RBI for your stats. You don't swing at a goddamn pitch, Jackie.
Okay.
Ooh. And to be fair, too, to Jackie, he painted the corners on those anyway, so you're not swinging at that regardless, probably.
Probably not.
Like I said, Cora's like, take them all.
You know he's striking out looking here. You know
I actually think he's striking out swinging at a ball. Like 3 feet from the fucking plate. It's Jackie Bradley Jr.
Oh, this guy sucks. He cannot hit.
Ball. Ooh. That actually was a strikeout, too. It would have been like a strike anyways.
God, he
Son
sucks.
of a fucking bitch.
She is so bad. He can't catch up to like 89 mile per hour fastballs.
Well, that was a nice fastball, though.
I didn't even see how fast it was.
It was decent speed, and it was up and in. It was actually going to be a strike. That's the thing, the guy.
Oh, my old man's happy. Fucking hates the Red Sox.
Yeah.
He's probably home laughing right now.
Kevin McHale would have hit that. Only in his beta years. Look, Kevin McHale was a beta. Look. 85, 86, 87, 88. Clearly the beta. He was. It's just he wasn't the beta on the team. And
One ring is
that
a
incredible.
One ring as a beta is still better than no rings as an alpha.
But it's not, though.
Yeah, it is.
How many MVPs does he have?
Actually, to be honest, he was on the way to one before he got hurt in '87. His
Actually-
numbers in '87 are better than Bird's and Magic's.
I was being told that Bird was on a complete tear before he punched somebody in 87.
85. That was 85.
Was it 85 or 87? I heard it was
85.
87.
No, 85. He got in a bar fight and hurt his hand,
Yeah.
and his elbow was fucked up.
He's never talked about it with anybody since. He settled out of court.
Well, not only that, Shaughnessy, he never forgave Shaughnessy for putting that in his paper. Like the reason, Bird is in a fungus because he hurt his hand. 85, I'm telling you. 87 was the year everyone was hurt except Bird. He was the only healthy one on the team. It was 85. It was spring of 85.
It was 85. Fucking Larry.
They still should have won it. They beat the Lakers by 100 in the first game and then lost 4 out of the next 5. All right, I think we're going to call it a night. Tyler Levis. Text again. Fuck you, JBJ.
Yeah, he sucks. What are you going to do? He sucks. We said that was going to happen, right? Yeah, Grayson's still got a Woody farm. Unbelievable.
All right.
And Karl Malone and I'm not going to get into what your brother was saying. KG too, but Karl Malone, KG,
I got Duncan.
and Sir Charles.
I got Duncan.
They're all better power
I got
forwards
I got Duncan
than
1. I
Michaela.
got KG 2.
Right, but your brother has Michaela above everyone, probably including Duncan.
Well, no, Duncan.
Doesn't.
Well, Duncan and Garnett 1 as alphas. That's important.
Well, according to your brother, Kevin McHale was always the alpha over Larry. Like,
I mean,
Kevin
I love-
McHale scored 8,000 points in the game once. No, he didn't, though. Correct.
57.
But he did. 8,000 points.
Actually,
He didn't, though.
KG was a co-alpha for his championship.
Yeah.
Pierce was just as much the alpha as Garnett was, even though Garnett was a better player. But we can get into that. We got all summer. We got the rest of the summer to talk about it, but I think we'll call it a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check us out on Chris and Cash Podcast
Chris and Cash Show.
on YouTube. Games Bench is probably going to end soon. We'll
I
let you know.
haven't paid him. I haven't responded to that guy.
Yeah, fuck him. We ain't paying him shit. All right, talk to you next week.